Good morning, everyone. This is Robin Pike with Crafty Stamper, and today we are going to be playing around with the Christmas Crew. It is such a fun stamp set, and I'm really having a fun time playing with it. If you follow me on Facebook, you know I posted this reel the other day showing just a glimpse of what I did to make this card. So I thought, well, let's get on here. Let's do another card and kind of change up just a few small things, but basically keeping it the same. So let's go ahead and let's get started. I've already got most of the stuff cut up, and I didn't want to. I have to take up your time with to emboss and stuff, so I went ahead and did this. And I'm going to go ahead and go over the measurements with you, and I'll have these on my blog later today. This is real red, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So it's the long way here. And then I've got a piece inside, and it's basic white, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've got this strip here that's going to be, let's see, what is it on the inside? I know it's an inch, but I can't remember the width on it. It's 4. Okay. And so we've got that. And then our next piece is Granny Apple Green, and it's going to be 4 7 by 3 5/8. And then I've got this basic white piece, which I embossed with the Swirls of Magic embossing folder. And it looks like this right here. And so it is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then this is from the Timeless Christmas DSP, which will be coming out September 1st to customers. And it is cut at 3 1/4. Let's say 3/4 by 4 3/4. Got my little bow made. Just went ahead and did that. And got this little piece here made. And all I did was cut the ribbon. I just took our this red and white ribbon here, and I just cut it on one side just to give, just to where it looks like it's just holding the ornament on. And then I've cut out some trees here. And the other day I just went through and I cut out some different color trees. And then I just keep them in my folder here. And I've used several of them. But anyway, while I had it out, I just thought, well, let's go ahead and cut a bunch of different color trees. So that's what I did. And then I keep them in my folder where I keep my Christmas Crew bundle. So we've got that. And then this is what the finished product will look like with our little bear with the Santa hat on. And I'll show you what I did to color him. And then here's our circle. And it is from the Stylish Shape dies. And it's the largest circle. So let's go ahead. Let's move this aside. And let's go ahead and let's get started. And let's start putting this together. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the inside here. And let me get some adhesive. And we're just going to put this down here, and we're just going to leave a little white space at the bottom. But if you wanted to take it all the way to the bottom, you know, you could, totally up to you. I just like having that little white space in there. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on here. Okay. So we've got that. So the inside is finished. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp our little bear. And he is just so cute, I think. Just such an adorable little bear. Okay, we've got him. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp his little Santa hat. And then the Merry Christmas. Now, this is the way I did my Merry Christmas. And I tell you how I come up with this right here is because when I put the Merry Christmas on here, I ended up spreading it too far apart. It comes separate. So you have a Merry, and then you have the Christmas, and it's separate stamps. So I had it spaced too far apart. So there's this little line in here that they give you in the stamp set. And so I used it just to put in, gave it some different color, gave it a green color, and then put it in there. And I thought, well, that worked out good. So to see, you learn, like, there's always good things, when you make a mistake, then, it turns into something great. So this needs to go over here on his sign. So we've got that. And then I need to get the Granny Apple Green. And then we're going to put the little line. And this is not actually what it's used for, but that's what I used it for. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this closed up. And so let's just color in this hat real quick. It doesn't take long for it. And then I just put Wink of Stella on the white part. Let's see. I've got a couple of Wink of Stellas. I'm not sure which one is good. One of them's getting low. All right, that's good there. Okay, so we've got that done. And then I'm going to take, this is light pecan pie, and I'm just going to go over it with it. I'm going to try to be careful and not get out of the lines. I could use the smaller tip, but this seems to go by faster. We're just going to do his little legs down here. And his little paws. Then I'm going to use the dark, and I'm just going to, I think I did like a gray color for his nose the last time, but I'm going to do, see, well, my top is wanting to stick on here, and then it pulled the inside out. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to do this. So now we're going to do this in dark, and I just did this with the dark pecan pie. So then I'm going to go over some of this here. Just little paws here. Got a little bit underneath here, here, and here. And I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to take, this is dark crumb cake. Let me see. I think I'm going to try the light crumb cake and see how it looks. I can't remember what I used on the other one. Yeah, this is good. That's what I want. Okay, so that's done. Then I'm going to take the real red. I'm going to take the little pointy end here, and I'm just going to go over these little lines here. And you don't have to be precise with it, or if you want to, you can. I'm just kind of, I don't even have my glasses on. I can't even see all, all the little lines. I need to have my readers on. Okay. And so there we go. And then we're just going to cut this out. It does come with the dies to cut it. So we would just use this, put it on there, and then we just get the little hat and put it on there. And then we'd go cut them out, and then you just end up putting this together, and then you have it. And I tell you what, it looks like I did. This is one piece, but you could just cut this out and then set it on top, which is fine. Or before you actually, I guess I must have fussy cut this, and I ended up putting the hat on here and then fussy cut around it. So either way you want to do it works. So, you know, that was yesterday I did that. So I don't remember what I did. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's bring this back in. Let's start putting this together. So let me get my little image back out here. And let me find my cardstock. I've already placed my cardstock somewhere and then I can't find it. Okay, so here, there's going to be some little dots. So let me show you what I did on this one. On this one, when I created it, I forgot to put the little dots on there, and it needed something on the background here. So what I ended up doing was I ended up just getting a marker, just the little small tip in, and just went over and just dotted. And that's how we got that look. But they did the stamp set in here that has the little dots. So we're going to use that today instead. And then you can tell me which one you like better. And we're just going to go around the edges of it. And I need to have a piece of paper underneath here. That way, if it gets off, it won't get on my little mat I've got. All right, so that's good for that. And now I got to clean this off, and then we're going to get the Granny Apple Green. Close this up. Move that out of the way, and then we're going to get this one. And then we're going to do the same thing. And then our card will be ready to put together. And a little bit right there. Got that. And then I need to clean it off. Look at that mess I made. All right, so now let's go ahead and start putting it together. And let me see if I can find my phone folder. All right, I don't see it right now. So what I'm going to do is take this block and just rub it on there, and that works just as good. So remember that. That's a tip. If you don't have your bone folder, just get one of your blocks and rub it across it. All right, so here I'm just going to put this down. And let's see. Adhesive was right in front of me and I couldn't even see it. All right, so here I'm just going to kind of put it over to the side. Just kind of catty corner it here, just to where it fits. Then we're going to take this little section here and we're going to catty corner it. And all of this I just adhered with the Stampin' Seal. And then we're catty cornering this. Okay. And I've got this piece here, flip it out. And this is a little different than what we did on the other one. The other one I used Granny Apple Green and did like the it's the paper that comes in the family packs, I guess you would say. It's the family colors, like the subtles, the regals, and all of that. That's what I used on this one here. It just comes in the pack that has the little circles on it, and it's got the big circles, and it's got some stripes on it. So that's what I used for this one. And then this one here, I just got out the Timeless Christmas paper here. So next, we're going to be putting this on. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to flip this over here. And I'm going to get some Wink of Stella out here. And then I'm going to use the bone folder, and I'm just going to put some splatters on here. And I just think that just adds a little something to it and makes it look so cute. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to move that piece of paper out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put him on. And I think I'm just going to put him down like that because I'm going to put the circle on dimensionals. We're just going to put him down here like that. I'm going to go ahead and put my little bow up here. It's going to cover up the top of his hat, but it'll be all right. He's a little bit taller than this one was here. So a little embellishment come off there. So let's see. Go ahead and get a glue dot and stick it right up here. And then we'll get this put on. And isn't that cute? And I made that tiny bow with the 10-second bow maker. And it can make some really tiny ones. So, and I needed a tiny one for that one. I didn't need anything big on it. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to put this up on dimensional. I'm going to put him about right here. We're going to take our little piece here. Now, I'll tell you something I just realized I forgot to do. And this is something that you need to remember, is to put this on before you actually stick this down. So we're just going to kind of see if we can't get a glue dot. And we're going to put that underneath here to hold our little string down. Okay. So we're just going to put that on here. Okay. And then we're just going to take this. And what I like to do is take a little bit of tape to hold on the back. So, and then it would have been better if I could have just actually did it right the first time, but I didn't. So, but it all worked out. So we've got a little string there hanging. And now I've got to put this on here, this, and our little tree here. So let's go ahead and let's get that glued down. Uh-oh. Turn the light off. Reaching for the glue. All right, so we're going to put the big one right here in the center. We're going to put this over here. And then we're going to put this one right over here on the side. Okay. And it looks like I got a little bit of red on that right there. So I don't know if I can get that off or not. I'm going to look for my color lifter, but here it is. Let me see if it'll take it off. I'll leave that there. Maybe it'll take it off. If not, it's okay. You know how to do this, so and that's what it's all about. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put these embellishments on here, and these embellishments come from the Adhesive Backed Sparkle Sequins. So I'm going to put a big one down here at the bottom. Then we'll put a smaller one right here. And then I'm going to put one right here. Okay. And I'm going to try one more time for the color lifter and see if it will. But I'm afraid it's not going to do it because it's got the Wink of Stella over it. So I think it's not going to work. But anyway, that's our finished card. And then this is the one that I did the other day. So which one's your favorite? If you didn't have that to look at. It's not there. I can't believe I get all the way to the end and I did that. I'm not even sure how I did that. But anyway, it's done. So, all right. Well, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know which one is your favorite. And I'm going to, let's see. I've got some measurements for you. And I'm going to try to have this on my blog later. But here are the cards here. And this is the measurements right up here. If you want to take a picture of that, screenshot it, whatever you want to do. And then just look for the dimensions and stuff. Look for this on my blog later today at craftystamper.com. So I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you soon. Bye.